Welcome back, everybody. Matt the Bat here. Hope you're doing well. And we have a kind of a side Halloween special, if you will. Um, as we're getting closer to Halloween, I need to do one or two more videos outside of the original Halloween specials. And I thought to myself, you know, it wouldn't be too bad of an idea to go back and do a Disney Channel original Halloween movie. Right? You know, the movie that Disney used to make back in the day, original movies. Disney Channel, my family got Disney Channel in the late 90s. We were behind on a lot of things. Disney Channel, getting a dog. Uh, I thought there would be a perfect opportunity to take the Disney Channel original movie. And I was going to do Halloween Town, but I knew that was the most popular one. And I thought, you know what, let's do one that legit scared the living crap out of every kid back in the late 90s, early 2000s. And that was none other than Don't Look Under the Bed. I, to this day, cannot believe that Disney made this as an original TV movie for kids on Disney Channel. This movie is scary. The design of Larry Houdini, who plays one of the main imaginary friends characters, that Aaron Chambers' character Francis sees, is stuff of nightmares. Not to mention the actual villain of the movie, he's even scarier. I remember watching this movie as a kid, and I couldn't go to sleep at night. This is a Disney Channel original movie, and I couldn't fall asleep after I'd watched this movie on Disney Channel. They were promoting this movie for kids. I remember the advertisements. Oh, don't miss the new Disney Channel original movie for your Halloween season. But parents, just to warn you, your child will have nightmares for a long time after this movie. But the main actress, Erin Chambers, she starts seeing a lot of weird things happening in her house, in her town, at her school. She thinks it's the boogeyman, the boogeyman, the boogeyman. Not Michael Myers, the other boogeyman. And there's this imaginary guy named Larry, played by Ty Hodges. He's really funny, he has a great personality, really fun character. And, there's a lot of tragedy with this family. They lost their brother has an illness, he needed some bone marrow, and he has leukemia, or something like that. So there is some weighty issues in here. And I like this movie. One, I haven't seen it in a long time. I probably went back and watched it. And I do still own Disney, or now Disney Plus. But luckily this movie is on there. So I was like, hey, you know what? I like watching those Disney Channel original movies. Hey, about a couple weeks ago, I watched Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire. Remember that one? Who had the very young Laura Vanderroot, who went on to be on Smallville playing, Supergirl. And then she was in Jigsaw. So I went back and watched that. I went back and watched Miracle on Lane 2 with Frankie Muniz, another good movie. My favorite, Johnny Tsunami, for some reason. Like Halloween Town and all that. Under Wraps, Phantom of the Megaplex. I mean, you name it, I know it. But this movie also deals with, like I said, a lot of weighty themes. Like I said, the brother had illnesses, so the sister couldn't deal with that. She made him an imaginary friend when she was younger. But then when she got older and she grew up, kind of like Peter Pan. That imaginary friend went away. We then realized that imaginary friend became the boogeyman, this evil boogeyman that's doing all this crazy stuff in the town. It was even like, whoa, your imaginary friend became literally a monster. Which also, she went from a woman to a man. I guess Disney was way ahead of the time. Nowadays, that would be acceptable. But like this movie was so dark. I mean, I still cannot like it between the weighting issues, just the look of the makeup effects on both Larry and this other villain, creature, boogeyman. But I also liked how this was shot. I know it's Disney Channel, TV movie. You're not going to get, major budget, you're not going to get the Academy Award winning cinematography like a Scorsese or something like that type of movie. But I noticed going back and watching it now, being a filmmaker, going to film school, they use a lot of canted angles. And I thought that was once again, everything that's going on in the town is kind of off. Something's off. Something doesn't seem right. And to shoot it like canted angles like that, I thought that was very interesting. And it added another level to this movie that worked with the tone and the story that was being, presented to us. So overall, yeah, I think the mall was a little over the top. The teacher and the principal were way over the top in their acting. Only thing I do is Disney Channel TV movie. You can probably expect that a little bit. And even as a child, very dark. Probably the darkest thing Disney has ever put out for kids. This was, like 5 years, 6 years after Hocus Pocus came out, the original. So yeah, Disney used to make dark movies. They don't do that anymore. Don't know why. But have you watched this movie back in the day, Don't Look Under the Bed? Were you a fan of it? Were you scared out of your mind like I was? Or have you gone back during this October season and watched it again? It's on Disney Plus. So let me know in the comments below, were you a fan of this movie growing up? Did you watch it? Were you afraid to look under your bed?